Brought to you by ListerPros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nilsson here, host of Real Estate Pros on ListerPros TV, and today we're in Tucson, Arizona at Guild Mortgage, and we're here with Andrew Hubble of Long Realty. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to join me on Real Estate Pros.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome. So for those watching that don't know who you are, we'll give you a couple minutes to introduce yourself, how long you've been in real estate, what ultimately interested you in getting into this business, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, well, my name's Andrew Hubble. I've just been in real estate a little less than a year. I've lived in Tucson area since 1993.
Okay.
So I know the area very well. I used to work in various jobs. None of them were particularly satisfying. I mean, they were all right, you know.
Right.
Not to complain about former places I worked with, but just wasn't making it. My kids are getting to be towards college age, and so I need to get a little more income coming, and real estate kind of seemed a way to go. You know, kind of have a way to make as much money as you want to work for, instead of, you know, coming in and punching the clock and, you know, having to, you know, shake your boss down for some more money. Right. It's just like, you know, try something different. And so far, I've been enjoying it a lot, working hard, building up my business. And it's...
So did you transition from the job you're doing previously to go 100% into real estate, or did you kind of transition?
Well, there was a transition period, you know, where I was working and going to school, but, you know, once it was time, you know, it was just kind of all or nothing. You know, you can't really, you know, go to your boss and say, well, I need time off to go do this thing, you know.
Right.
So yeah, so it was all in 100%.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So jump straight in. What were some of your biggest learnings from? Because you know, you go through real estate school, they teach you the legalities of real estate, what guidelines you have to follow, but they don't really teach you about business and how to drive business and get clients as a real estate agent. What, I guess, not that I wanted to answer that question for you, but I guess what would have been some of your biggest learnings since you got out? Or something that maybe wasn't as you thought it was going to be?
Well, one of the most pleasant surprises that I had coming into the real estate business is, you know, you have people that you work with, you know, and they are, you know, technically they're, you know, competitors. You know, you guys are out trying to get the same business from the same people. But the attitude is not at all that. You know, they're there, it's more of a collaborative type of thing. And sure, you know, they're out to go and get clients just like you, but they're so willing to help other agents, and particularly in the office and with other brokerages. You know, you kind of, it's not like it's portrayed necessarily in the media sometimes,
right,
where you have two agents that just go at each other and it's this huge battle. It's so refreshing to learn that it's much more collaborative. You know, you get a lot of professionals know what they're doing, and they know that the best way is to just, you know, get the deal done. Nobody likes dealing with, you know, somebody who's unpleasant to deal with.
Sure.
You know, enough drama in the transaction itself. You don't need to bring, as an agent, bring more. And I've found that it's really nice to work with the other agents and the managers and all the various professionals. And it's not something that I expected at all.
Sure.
You know?
And we know that there's a lot of options when you get your real estate license, or when it comes to brokerages. So why you're with Long Realty,
Yep,
correct?
I am.
So why did you ultimately choose Long Realty?
There were a few reasons. You know, I spoke to a few other brokerages, and they were all, the people I spoke to were wonderful. I mean, I've got nothing bad to say about anybody, and it's something that I don't, you know, I understand why it is, but I lament that you could only work for one brokerage at a time, because
Sure.
these people were great to speak with. But the reason why I went with Long is their training was the most reputable. I mean, a lot of people that I spoke with said that they have top-notch training, you know, and they do. I got a lot of training right at first. There's also the technology that is available to us. We have an app that's specific to Long Realty that is really useful, has some features that are unavailable in any other apps. And just since we're the largest brokerage in Tucson, the availability for me, like my business is based mainly on open houses. That's where I go out to meet my clients. And with a large brokerage like Long, open houses are easy to get because there are just so many listings available.
Sure.
And so it's easy to get an open house. And also, you have the institutional knowledge and the experience that is available. So there's a lot of agents and brokers that have been around for a long time. Always to give the information, it's a very good company.
Sure. So you mentioned open houses. Obviously, I'm assuming that's probably a good driver of how you get in front of people to help them. Because when people go into open houses, they're usually there for a reason, right? They're either in the market to buy or sell, or I guess sometimes they're a neighbor that want to maybe help pick out their neighbor.
Sure.
But what have you found? What does it take to have a successful open house, or to put on a successful open house? Because we know that you could do an open house and not do any promotion, do nothing about it, and get one person, maybe zero, coming through your open house. How do you get people to attend an open house?
Well, as far as getting people to attend the open house, I don't know what the secret is to that yet. I definitely have my signs out for everyone. I put them, all around the neighborhood, and I have them, hopefully intelligently placed so people can easily get to the place. I promote it on social media, via Facebook and Nextdoor. And it's also promoted within Long's information system. We have a longrealty.com. You can go there and see where the open houses are.
Oh, gotcha.
I tell my friends about it. It's just a whole thing. And I mean, now I've been doing this a while. Everybody knows that I know that if it's a weekend, I'm likely going to be at an open house.
Right.
But as far as like bringing people in, I don't offer necessarily, well, come on over and have snacks.
Yeah.
It's not really about that. And so I've had.
It's not the dog and pony show. Come on.
Well, there are some agents, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not something that I want to do, because I mean I've had open houses that have just been exercises in quiet meditation because nobody's shown up, and I don't want to. You never know when an open house is going to be one of those.
Right.
If you did, you wouldn't do them.
Right.
So to sit there and say, well, I'm going to have steaks and everything, make that investment time, and it's, to me, it's an open house. It's not like a party.
Sure.
I'm here to be a professional. I'm here to show you this house. I'm here to see what you want, and hopefully you're going to hire me.
But at the same time, it's a good opportunity for you to get in front of your sphere of influence and people that know you, to recognize that you're in the real estate business, at different open houses. And like did you mention you posted on social media?
Oh, without question. Yeah.
And do stuff like that. So in 2018, what have been some big business drivers for you, or if an agent's maybe fishing for some not new, but some activities that are creating success?
Well, you just got to get out there, and I like to look at places where I might be able to go where there's going to be a lot of people, where I can, I'll have my name tag on and speak to people and that sort of thing. I meet people a lot of the time just out like at the grocery store, or out to dinner, that sort of thing. But as far as business drivers this year, social media is just a big thing right now.
Really?
And it works. I've met some people just communicating through that. Hasn't necessarily panned out yet, but this isn't an instantaneous business.
Right.
This is a business where you just kind of plant your seeds around and you kind of nurture them, and eventually you hope that you'll get something. You get to help somebody out and get them in the house they want.
Mm-hmm. And I think I've heard of different strategies that people do post-wise, and sometimes people are in community pages doing different posts for maybe listings in area. Is there anything out of the normal that you do on social media or anything like that, or is it pretty straightforward, just post around?
Well, I have my business page, and that has its group of people. Then I'll put a post there, and then I'll share that to my personal page. and then I'll share that in like various kind of groups that I'm a member of, so that it gets a lot of reach. I mean, there's like a Facebook yard sale group, but
Oh, nice.
it gets my event posted. It's typically posted as an event a few days before, so people kind of know it's coming. And then if about an hour or so prior, I'll post it kind of in the main discussion, maybe with a link, so they can look at pictures and that like that. So it's kind of a multi, you post a few times per event.
Sure.
And you get it in different groups, and you can see how many people get to look at it. You don't know exactly how many people sat and went into it.
Right.
But it's out there.
You get like the view analytics, right?
Yes. And then sometimes I'll do a video at the open house. I'll go live on Facebook and do like a little tour and do that, and then of course you get the video of that and share that.
Right.
And it's just kind of my typical routine with the.
So what is your what's your favorite thing about being a real estate agent so far?
Well, so far it's been the surprisingly collaborative nature of it. That it's not just you got to go out and do every little thing. You got to go out and you got to work hard. Obviously, you got to go out and you got to take care of the things, but you do wind up teaming up, and it's not. And I love it. I mean, it's something that was very surprising, and I think it's great. I work with a lot of great people in my office, and we've got, great lenders, and the different vendors, with inspectors and all of that. These are all everybody's working hard. Everybody's really easy. I mean, it's just neat, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you almost a year in, or you're about to be a year into it?
Yeah, just about a year.
Awesome, man. Well, that's great that you're finding success and collaborating with other people. I think that's very important at being a new real estate agent, to be able to have the collaboration that there is at your office. I think sometimes people work by themselves, and they. I think it's important to be around people that are having success and find out what activities they're doing, and it sounds like that's the kind of environment that you're in.
Yeah, I agree completely. It is, in our office, and it's not with every single agent. Obviously, each agent has their own thing, and they have their success. Some are very successful without that necessarily collaborating, and they're a little bit more protective, and there's just not a thing wrong with that. But the ones you find out who they are, and you just kind of leave them alone and let them do their thing, and it's okay. They're just fine.
Right.
Work with the ones that want to work with you, and you just have a great time. It's such an easy thing when you get with somebody that wants to work with you.
Right.
They know what they're doing, and they're able to help you out. I just think it's great.
So if somebody watching this is a buyer or seller, or maybe an agent that is considering Long Realty, they want to pick your brain about it, what's the best way to get a hold of you, Andrew?
Well, you can call me. The number, it's 520-665-3113, and that's my phone. You can call me that. If you want to email me, it's at ahubble@longrealty.com, and you can also look at my website, which is ahubble.longrealty.com.
All
or
right.
you can look at me on my Facebook page, which is Andrew Hubble Realtor, and that's on Facebook.
Great.
And just anyway, it's easy to get a hold of me.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day, Andrew.
Well, thank you so much for having me
Joining
on
me on
this. I
Real
really
Estate Pros.
appreciate the opportunity to get out and talk to you about my
Awesome.
career.
Well, nice talking to you, and we will see you guys on the next episode.